Properties. Oh.
Okay.
Are we live? Cool. When does time start?
Once I select the costume, which will be after, it'll fade to black, and then there'll be an option. I'll just say it.
If you say it over the mic, we have headphones.
Yeah, we'll just do that. Am I live? Wait, am I on? I'm good. Oh, what's up, dudes? Yo, I'm JTB. We're gonna be doing some Resident Evil 4. Kind of getting used to the setup real quick. But is audio all good on, at least for my mic and stuff? I know I'm kind of doing a weird setup. Yeah, I'm tall. I mean, I could like stand up, just zoom in on my chin. But yo, welcome to Speedrun Arizona, Speedrun Marathon Arizona. We're doing a Resident Evil 4 new game, no merchant run. Yeah, I'll let you know when it goes through. But you guys are in for a treat because this has only been run at one marathon before. So as long as I don't screw up too much, should be pretty good. But yeah, let's go ahead and jump into it.
Resident Evil.
And I will say time in 3, 2, 1, go. Yo, and all right, is it good? All right, so playing on. Oh my God, what's going on? Are you moving the mouse around by chance? Because it's like interrupting my movement. Whenever like you hit the keyboard and stuff, it'll like. It's good now. Okay. Yeah, I have to like move my mouse like completely off my desk when I do this. Otherwise, it just keeps switching between the two. But hey, so this is new game, no merchant. New game, obviously, playing right off the bat with what the game gives you. Not much to explain about that, but the real kicker in this category is we're not going to be using the merchant at all throughout this run whatsoever. Only what we can find in the world. So our good friend, what are you buying? We're just going to straight up ignore him the entire time. We're also playing on normal difficulty. I'll go into that a little bit more later on because it does play a pretty big part into this run. But right now, a lot of these, if you've ever watched like a New Game Pro run, a lot of this is like kind of very similar to what you would see. Enemies are a little bit weaker. Oh, whoops. Enemies are a little bit weaker in normal mode, which really does help. All right, we got that grenade throw. Goal here is to kill as many enemies as we can with these grenades. And if we do this all right, we should be able to do it with only 2 grenades and nothing else. Walk a little bit here, get these guys in position. Use those iframes to take that hit. Hopefully this guy hits me. All right, never mind. That's all right. So yeah, we're playing a new game normal. One of the big differences between a professional run and a normal run is that professional, you got your enemies locked at the highest difficulty in the game. They're all super fast. They have a lot of health. They do a lot of damage. All that, all that good stuff. But normal, they're not like that. Normal, what we got is this thing called a dynamic difficulty or difficulty adjustment, as we call it in the community. Essentially, a game is like looking at how you're playing. Like if you're doing really well, they're gonna make the game super easy for you, or super hard for you. If you're doing really bad, you're gonna get past this boulder before I say anything. Yeah, I'm mashing this a little bad. But if you're doing really bad, the game's going to compensate, make the game easier for you. Enemies are going to be weaker, they're going to be slower, not going to react to you as much. That's going to be a big part of this run later on as we kind of manipulate the difficulty of the game to our liking and able to get through. Pretty important because considering that we're not using the merchant throughout this run, then it's going to be, we're going to need all the resources we can get to beat this game in like any reasonable amount of time. Alright, so that's chapter 1-1. Go ahead and reload because I had extra shot there. So like I said, if you're watching New Game Pro run, a lot of this, the first part of the run is going to be pretty much the same thing you would see in New Game Pro. There's some slight differences, like I'm going to take a hit from this guy right here, just kind of get my difficulty a little bit lower. And then there's going to be a guy, as soon as I jump down here, around the corner, trying to grab me. So I'm going to shoot him and get hit by him, that's cool. That's a hit, that shouldn't happen. Shoot this guy. Oh, the guy's not in here. He's all the way over here. Like I said, normal difficulty, very random. You know, enemies, one of the benefits of playing on New Game Pro is that enemies are always going to pretty much act the same way. New Game Normal, you have a lot more variance in where enemies show up, you know, how fast they move. Typically why people tend to run New Game Pro over New Game Normal. But it's cool. We took the 2 hits that we needed. We'll go into a little bit more detail about that later. But pretty much any hits I take in the first couple, like first 10 minutes or so, are going to be intentional. Yeah, we're going to up here. We're going to slide into this door, get this guy to point at me, maybe? Yeah, there we go. Nice guy. We're going to jump over here, jump this. Guy's going to throw these things, and jump over here, use these iframes while doing an action to just completely negate that damage that we normally take from the dynamite. Keep running down here. Don't need to take that hit since I already got hit by that random fly inside. And we're out of the sewer. So we're not going to be picking up any treasures. Like I said, this is no merchant. We got to talk to him once. But after that, we're not selling anything, not buying anything. Going through the full game with the handgun that we have, the shotgun we have, and some other stuff we'll see later on. Alright, so because we're playing on no merchant, kind of have to stock up on some of these grenades early on for a later fight. I'm going to try to get these guys to kind of run at a weird angle. Alright, that's good. I'll pass them. Okay, that's fine. I'm still in green, that's all that matters. But that should be perfect for kind of a setup I'm going for. In the meantime, I'm going to pass all these dudes. If this was pro, you would see them kind of swiveling a little bit more. They like to kind of, you know, they got that Dark Souls tracking where you run past them and they just completely 360 and hit you. But on normal difficulty, they're a little bit more slower to react. So generally, you can just run past most enemies as long as your difficulty isn't too high up. Alright, but this guy, you know, this is a no merchant run. We don't want to talk to the merchant, so we can just get the fuck out of here. So we can do this run. Alright. Got a couple more grenades. We're going to pick up. First part of the run, you know, the game doesn't expect you to have any other weapons besides this. So it's pretty, you know, easy to say the least. You know, I don't think the game really expects you to kind of do like a full change in your inventory till you hit the castle. So running through with just the handgun and the shotgun is perfectly fine. We got a salad girl. We don't want your salad. So I can see you guys in chat. You guys better be good. Also need you guys to tell me to reload checkpoint when we get to that part in the run. I know some of you know what I'm talking about. Alright, so we're not Chris Redfield, so we just gotta run away from these boulders. Now pick up this grenade right here. I'm gonna try to get a double shot on these two wires so this guy in the back points at me. Nice. So if any luck, this guy will point at me. Yeah, there we go. That's that good stuff. Alright, so like I said, what we got this dynamic difficulty in the game. The reason we take these hits is because we got this boss right here. I'm sure you guys already know it. But essentially what I was trying to do is take enough damage that the difficulty goes low enough that I can kill this guy in, kill Delago in 10 hits. Which kind of ensures, it's kind of really kind of, what's the word? I don't know. Consistent, really consistent kill, as long as he doesn't dive right away. So as long as we go through this, we can get over to the side, through these harpoons. Alright, well he's being a butt, so... Never mind, we're not going to get the quick kill on him because he's being a real jerk. Sometimes he does that. He'll kind of like swivel around a bit when he's going into that dive. We don't want that. It just kind of messes up your whole boat pattern. Usually if he just dives right away, that's kind of what we're looking for. Controller's getting a little bit weird. Should still kill him right here, with any luck. Alright, this should be number 10. Yeah, there we go. So, pretty good recovery there. It could have gone a lot worse. What he likes to do is just randomly dive completely underwater and go into this cutscene that we gotta wait on for him to emerge. But anyways, he threw us a bone. He's like, "Hey, you're in a marathon right now, so we'll show off some of that good Delago RNG." But now we're in Chapter 2. Chapter 2, nighttime version of Chapter 1. And this is kind of when we'll see our first kind of divergence in the run itself. So normally what we would have here in a normal new game run is we'd have a rocket launcher for an upcoming boss, but only get most rocket launchers by actually talking to the merchant and buying one. But we'll talk about that once we get in a couple rooms. We'll run through here. I know this is being streamed at 30 FPS, but I'm actually playing at 60 FPS. 60 FPS, you're not able to do a lot of these out of bounds. You've seen a lot of like the old like 2012, 2013 runs that are played on 30 FPS. You'll see people kind of jump down here, clip into that fence, and just be able to run out of bounds. But playing on 60 FPS just doesn't work like that. But it's still cool. 60 FPS is pretty fast. Menus are super fast. Well, just compared to 30. Got some boss kill strats that don't work on 30. A lot of good stuff. Alright, so like I say, normally we got this boss fight in the next room that we need the rocket launcher, but we don't got a rocket launcher. So we kind of got to improvise a bit on how we kill our friend Gigante. So we got these grenades. I'm going to run over here, throw a couple of these grenades. He's going to stagger. We're going to kind of line this up, throw this grenade straight up, and kill him. So that kind of highlights one of my favorite parts of this run. It's just, you know, you play a normal new game, you just buy a rocket launcher for every boss fight. You don't get to see what they do. Kind of boring. But No Merchant really kind of emphasizes just the bare minimum to beat a lot of these bosses instead of just using the rocket launcher. So now that we got him dead, we're going to keep running over here. Pick up our wonderful ally very shortly. We got a pretty easy puzzle here. We got 2, 3, 1. It's kind of nice still to see, you know, despite, you know, RE4 kind of being a departure from, you know, the prior series, or the prior, like, how they, you know, tank control, like, whatever it's called. They still kind of try to keep some of the puzzles, you know, at that level that you would see beforehand. But hey, we got Ashley. We don't want Ashley, but we got Ashley. So Ashley is our NPC that follows us throughout the game. The goal of the game, by the way, is to protect her. But we got some interesting usage for Ashley coming up in the castle that will show off a bit. But essentially, for the most part, she's a hindrance. She sucks. We don't like her. Hey, wait, this guy's alive again. Get out of here. Took you out once, I'll take you out again. But one of the nice things for Ashley is that we can yell at her to wait or follow us. We're going to use that to kind of alert some enemies. Actually, in the room after this, I'll kind of show that off. Because usually enemies won't see you until, obviously, they see you. I mean, that's how eyes work. But if we yell at her a bit, then they'll be alerted to our presence before they normally would. So we'll run up to this window, get hit.
Wait, follow.
And this guy in here should get himself stuck behind this ladder. There we go. So let's just completely run over there. Ashley comes up with no problem. We'll run over here. Alright, here comes probably the most difficult part of this entire run. This is like your the fight that determines whether or not you actually even get to complete a run. Not whether or not you get a good run, but just whether or not you get to keep doing it. This is the cabin fight.
Are you trying to kill me?
Basically, we gotta kill 40 enemies in order to progress further. But unlike in New Game Pro, we have only 1 grenade compared to the 4 grenades that we usually use. So we gotta pretty much kind of get a little bit of luck with how many enemies die. And if we get any shotgun shell drops. So we're kind of have to rely on Lewis to kill a lot of enemies here. Oh, we do get some shotgun shells, that's really good. Because more than likely what will happen is we'll get to the end of this fight with maybe 1 or 2 shells left. A lot of that is determined by how many of these enemies actually turn into plagas, which you'll see them very shortly. There's one right there. There's another one. Oh my god, what's going on? So these guys, these are our plagas. there'd only be 2 Plagas in the cabin at any given time, but as soon as one dies, another one can spawn immediately. Obviously, they kind of take a little bit more damage to kill, which means, you know, more shotgun shells were wasted on them. There we got another one. This guy's being a real jerk, you know what I mean? Trying to run past me, giving us kills. But yeah, a lot of this is just really the most RNG part of the run. It's just, are we just gonna kill enough guys for us to progress without running out of ammo, or are we gonna reset? You know, 10 minutes in. You know, I'm playing a little bit safe for this though. To use some handgun ammo. I think we should be okay. We've gotten a few drops already. This is a pretty good setup, to be honest. We just want to leave these Plagas generally alive as long as we can, so Lewis could just clean up. Alright, but we got more shotgun shells, so I think we're okay. So we got killed a few more enemies. Usually when you hear upstairs, the run is going to be dead in any other category, but for this, it's kind of expected it's going to happen. Alright, still going to play this safe. Just let them group up. Don't want to risk any shells because you never know how close you are in this category to being done with this fight. I think we should be good though. Yeah, there it is. Alright, the run is alive and we are continuing on. So no joke, that fight is actually really tense. Especially, you know, if you come into that fight with a pretty good PB pace, the fact that RNG can just completely shut it down doesn't make it very fun to deal with. But hey, we're past that. We're on to 2-3. I'll run away from this Gigante. We actually don't even need to fight this Gigante. As long as we pick up the key and just keep making our way downtown. Walking fast. Faces pass. Keep that down. As long as you keep moving, he's not going to catch up to you. We don't need to get those double chain hits. But, of course, it speeds it up just a little bit. Hey, Magna Zero. Yeah, I can see chat, by the way. Alright.
Wait.
Kind of got a little bit of downtime right here. Yeah, we gotta shoot these guys down. I don't want to risk these guys getting close to us. I do have a lot of herbs, which is gonna help for when we hit the castle, but I just don't want to take any chances. Oh my God, can you get shot? Yo, sky textures. We're gonna do sky textures. You get it? Look at those. Look at those beautiful 360p rope in the corner. You know, thanks Capcom. You put this game at what 1440p, and you can't even update that. My realism is shot right now. So we're heading down over to the final boss of Chapter 2. Most chapters have a final boss. This one being no exception. This is going to be a fight kind of similar to, pretty much similar to what you'll see in New Game Pro. It's why we've been picking up all these incendiary grenades. Don't need Ashley here, just piece her out. Yeah, we're playing the Steam version. Because you know why? Because the Switch version sucks. Don't buy the Switch version of this game, just FYI. Biggest scam of 2019. Alright, but Mendez, we're gonna throw a bunch of grenades at him. Throw that. Throw that. Pick that up. That way from the pop down here. Throw that. Boom. And that's a fight. Easy fight.
Are you okay, Leon?
But like I said, that's nothing different than New Game Pro. Only thing is that we picked up those extra shells, but pretty much, yeah. Just throw the 4 grenades and you're good. Alright, we're about to hit Chapter 3. So like I said, Chapter 1 and 2, basically the same as New Game Pro for the most part. But Chapter 3 is when this run really begins to go off rails. Because they think, alright, you're going to pick up, you know, a better shotgun. You're going to pick up a rifle. You're going to pick up a TMP, rocket launcher, something like that. And we're like, nah, man, we're not doing that. We're just going to keep using our crappy handgun and our shotgun. Should have done that. Alright, gotta run up here and activate this truck. I don't think I need to pick up any of this extra ammo. Get that reloaded for later. That is something important. Alright, and that will conclude Chapter 2. Alright. Alright, so now here's when the run really begins to pick up in difficulty. Not literally difficulty, like in-game difficulty, but just the run itself becomes a little bit more hard to deal with. Normally you shoot this guy with a rifle, so you can just run through here, but because I don't have a mouse and we only have a handgun, I'm not going to risk that shot, because that's a really difficult shot to land. Gonna run all the way here. Hopefully Ashley does not get hit here. Alright, good. Tell Ashley to wait, back up, bait out that catapult. Baiting worked out really well, so good job, team. Do that again. Run over here. Alright, then we're going to leave Ashley right here so she doesn't get hit by this other catapult. With that. Shoot this guy. So we leave Ashley there as bait. As you can see. That guy's not going to come after us anytime soon. Hey, shut up, Ashley. I'm trying to crank this crank. But it's alright, Ashley got picked up because as soon as you throw this, or shoot this cannon, everyone despawns.
Wait.
And Ashley's just chilling right there.
Follow me.
But you know what, Ashley is becoming a real kind of annoyance right now, so I think I need to kind of punish her a bit. Just maybe a few times, just kind of shoot her. I think. I don't know. How many times should I shoot her? Oh no. Game over. Oh no. I think we need to shoot her 2 more times. She's really kind of messing up this run. So, okay, just one more. Just one more.
Wait. No.
Alright, well, memes aside. I'm not shooting Ashley just because she's a piece of crap. But anytime you game over in this game, whether it be Leon dying or Ashley dying, your difficulty gets dramatically decreased. And given that we kind of need our difficulty to be as low as possible in this, killing Ashley at the start of each room, when she only takes 1 hit to die, really kind of insanely makes this run a lot more easier to deal with. You'll see the first effect of this. So Normally there's like this bottleneck right here that I need to go through. So our difficulty is so low that we're gonna pick up this key. And none of these enemies are gonna do anything to us. Oh, just kidding. Get out of my way. There we go. No, they did a thing. They were so in shock of me running towards them. They all stood in the door and blocked me. But it kind of highlights just how low our difficulty is. They think we're literally a 4-year-old that doesn't know how to move on the controller, that keeps dying over and over. So the game's trying to compensate for that and make this actually reasonable to play. That is kind of the biggest change to this category. So this used to be just a challenge run. It wasn't like a speed run or anything. It was like, all right, can I beat this game in under 4 hours without using the merchant? And just with a lot of extensive routing, we've been able to, or sorry, I've been able to, because I routed this whole dang thing. I've been able to make it so I can beat this game, pretty fast. I'm using this, using those Ashley deaths. So like our Godador friend right here, if we did not do the difficulty, we would not be able to kill him in a full clip. But since we did do the difficulty, we're gonna miss that shot. That's cool. Shoot them. I think he should still die pretty soon. And reload, just be safe. But if we did not decrease the difficulty, he would have taken like 8 or 9 shotgun shells to kill. But like I said, one of the biggest things about difficulty, enemy health is decreased dramatically, which kind of allows us to kill some of the later bosses with the very limited resources that we have. All right, now we're on to everyone's favorite part of the speed run, called the waterhole. So this is just a nightmare for every single category in the game. There's just so many enemies everywhere. You have to keep standing still in different spots. I'm really hoping I don't die in this room because you lose a lot of time. But this is the biggest thing, is just having to run back through these enemies after running past them once already. And hopefully Ashley does not get stuck on anyone. Alright, we're good so far. I'm gonna play this save and just get these guys out of the way. I don't care too much about our difficulty being increased right now. So every time we kill enemies, our difficulty still does go up. It's not like we're sit at this very low difficulty the entire time. So we kind of have to compensate by taking hits occasionally. But one big thing about that is because our difficulty is so low, usually there's like 5 side guys that come running down the stairway. But the game's like, hey, you suck. Let's go ahead and just, we're just gonna not even spawn them at all. Reloading checkpoint there, despawns everyone in the room. Doesn't despawn these guys that show up after this.
Watch out for me!
But now we gotta protect Ashley using only the pistol, pretty much. Usually you use like the semi-auto rifle to keep killing these enemies, so you can just run around. But we don't get that luxury. So hopefully, I'm gonna take a hit here, which is fine. I need to take damage anyways. Get him out of the way. Shoot this guy so he doesn't grab Ashley. I need to take this guy out too. No, can you not hit me, please? I need to save Ashley. Alright, got him. Alright, and then there should be just one guy right here. I think I should be okay. I want to say. No, that guy's going to pick up Ashley. This room is really kind of... Alright, that's alright. I need to heal anyways. This room is probably one of the more difficult areas in the game because you just have so many enemies constantly coming at you. So I'm gonna get these guys. As long as I shoot this guy once. Hopefully this guy doesn't grab Ashley. Alright. So we got it so that way, if you shoot him quick enough, after Ashley gets picked up, then pretty much she'll just keep resuming her animation instead of having to like get up or anything like that. Alright, but we should be okay. But yeah, this room can go really wrong really fast. But kind of lucked out getting past it. Yeah, it's super easy to hit her. So Ashley always takes one hit to kill, unless she's in her special armor. So shooting those guys, kind of want to go for the legs, make sure you're not hitting her by accident. But we don't even worry about her. Get the hell out of here, Ashley. We don't want you. Alright, now we're on to 3-2. This chapter, kind of cool. Some cool strats I ran into as well. But first, we gotta deal with our good friends, the Mr. Novistadors. Little invisible bugs that just like to pounce on you and ruin all of your runs. But they're not too bad in No Merchant, at least in this part, because our difficulty is so low. So generally, we just run past them. I mean, even if they do hit me, it's whatever. It's not that much damage. Keep running through here. I'm gonna go ahead and pick up an extra herb just to be safe. Hopefully no one's blocking you right here. Alright, good. But pretty easy Novi room compared to New Game Pro. Not to say that the other ones are not easy. Novi's 2 is pretty difficult despite the lower difficulty, so we'll worry about that once we get to it. So I've got an extra flash grenade here, so I can throw it down here. Just get these guys so we don't get this cutscene. Normally, if you jump down, they all try to run away from Leon. I mean, we're on low difficulty, so they're all pretty scared of him. Alright, my goal is to kill every single merchant I see. But, here we go, we're in the Red Zealot room. This one, I had to kind of figure out a different approach to this. Normally, what you do is you have the semi-auto rifle, and you just pull off some headshots on him as he runs away, but we don't have that luxury, so I have kind of a tricky throw that I'm hopefully not going to miss. I think I have 2 extra grenades. Yeah, I have 2 incinerates just in case. But kind of run up here, kind of line Leon's elbow up, like right around here. If I get it, all right. That is a really difficult throw to make because he's right on like the edge of that. How far you can really throw the grenade. But the reason we do that is so he gets trapped there. We get this kill with that. And then we just run through. So if we didn't get him stuck right there, he goes into like the minigun. And that just takes a whole lot of time to kill. And we're not about that in the speedrun. Plus it looks cool. Alright. Super hard puzzle. 1, 2, 3, 4. Really stepped up their game in the puzzle department for Resident Evil 4. Shoot this guy. Run over here, reload. Rocket should kill those guys, I hope. see. So luckily, hopefully there's no one out here. All right, good. So we wait for this. I don't trust that guy. Sometimes you can run past him, but my difficulty could be too high right now to really determine if I'm able to do so. I probably do need to take some damage. I'll take this hit just to be safe. I don't want to risk having my difficulty be too high coming up. That's good. Alright, we'll just run through here. Thing is, like, kind of like counterintuitive to a speedrun. You don't want to play too well because then the game's like, alright, you're playing pretty well, let's make this harder for you. So then you have to start playing bad in order for the game to be in a state where you can play good, if that makes any sense at all. So you gotta take some intentional hits, pretty much. Otherwise, you're gonna have a bad time. But here, I'm just gonna run through. Nothing going on right here. Just running through a nice little hedge maze. Got some barrels, got some nice foliage, got some nice doggos. You know, if you're a fan of these doggos, you should post your favorite dog emote in chat. Because these are good boys. These are all good boys. 12 out of 10. They just want to give Leon a hug. Just ignore the stuff coming out of their back. They're still good boys. See, he was so excited. He's like, Leon, come pet me, Leon. Alright, that's easy room. Super easy room. It's not hard at all. Whoa, why is that all over the place? It's not hard at all to deal with that. Run through here. I think I have way too many heals, but screw it, we'll pick up another one. I have way too many shotgun shells, that's for sure. Also, I'm really bad at this shot on console, so, or on a controller. Right, shoot that 3 times. Get out of here. Hopefully no one whacks me. Okay. We're good. I'm gonna jump down here. Flash these dudes. That's actually a really good hit to take at that time. Because it's going to be a while before we can reduce our difficulty again. So hopefully I get past here. I'm going to kind of wait a second. If I just ran up there, they would have trapped me. I'm in that doorway. So I want to play it safe. Alright. But here we got Rescue Ashley. This one's a little hard to do. Usually I have a mouse for this because it's a really kind of hard shot to do without hitting Ashley. There we go. It's really easy to shoot her right there without intention, but screw that. We're going to go kill these guys. Then we're going to shoot this one. I can't see him. Where are you at? Don't want to hit the headshot here, because he'll just stagger out of the way. Grab this. This part's mostly the same, just doing a little bit different order than New Game Pro, and we only have the handgun too. But it's just really abusing these grenades to kill these enemies in one hit. Okay, please tell me that's gonna hit them. Okay. One up here. Throw this grenade down here. I might have thrown it too far. Yep. Threw it a little bit too far to the left there. Oh, hi. I don't have any shotgun shells. Or any handgun ammo. That's cool. I'll pick up this right here.
I got the key. to get out.
Alright, and then we get the Ashley segment. So this one's exactly the same as before. Just gonna run through here. We don't have to open these up all the way, just enough that Ashley's model can get through. And don't say anything about Ashley's hitbox. I did that once in a marathon. You won't believe how mad people get about talking about Ashley's hitbox. So I'm just warning you. You're opening a Pandora's box if you even mention it. We're grabbing these things, these pretty quick puzzles. I mean, these are all pretty easy to do once you know, obviously, the solutions. This puzzle up here, this is probably the most difficult puzzle I've ever encountered in a video game. Get out of here, Silent Hill. Oh wait, what am I doing? These sliding puzzles don't make any sense to me, so of course this one is super easy to do once you know the solution. And grab this. And grab this. Run past these dudes. These friendly guys in armor, knight's armor. But yeah, this segment's pretty boring. There's not really much to it. The only thing you could really kind of screw up on is not doing the crank that much, but I mean, really, it's just hitting these pre-scripted QTEs. Because Ashley will die in one hit to these, as opposed to Leon, who will take like 2 hits. Alright, now we're going to go rejoin Leon. So this is when the run actually kind of gets a little tricky. As we're going to be kind of doubling our inventory in just a minute. We only have a limited amount of spots in our inventory for the next like 20 minutes. So we're going to do a little bit of backtracking. I'll let him live. Oh, I'm a generous Leon entity. But we're going to run over here. And we're going to pick up the only rocket launcher we're going to use in this game. Actually, let me kind of get this inventory right first. Get some of this ammo. So we're going to be very tight on inventory space for the next 20 minutes or so. Take it. Okay, I can get rid of this. Reload here. Just kind of want to make this as consistent as I can.
Follow me.
Alright, I'm going to throw this flash grenade here. Just get rid of it. We don't need it right now. We're going to start picking up all this Magnum ammo. So Magnum ammo is going to be our most important resource for the next 20 minutes. It's going to, actually, probably more than 20 minutes. I cannot miss when we actually use our Magnum shots. I cannot miss like any more than like one shot during the various times that we use it. So it's going to be a little tricky. May have to reload a couple rooms if I miss anything. Otherwise I have to do some really slow backup strats. But this is kind of when the run it becomes a lot different than we had before. So move this over just so I can pick this up right away, and then we get our broken butterflies. So we have, these are all the weapons we're going to be able to use in this game. Our handgun, our shotgun, the broken butterfly Magnum, and a single rocket launcher. Nothing, well then whatever grenades we pick up, but we don't talk about that. I'll pick this up just to get this combined, just to be safe. Oh crap! I was not ready for that. Guys, a little tense to run past. You have to really just be moving forward. You can't even hit the wall, otherwise it's gonna whack Ashley. And we're gonna make our way back to the start of 4-1, and then we'll actually start doing the new part of the chapter. By the way, Lewis died. Spoilers. I'm gonna pick up this handgun ammo just because I'm really low.
Wait, follow me. Wait.
Just to be on the safe side. Okay, so there's gonna be a pattern. I'm gonna try to get down right here. Or on the second part of this room. I'm going to try to get into this carousel during a certain cycle by kind of switching my weapons around. And hopefully getting past all these guys. So the hand grenade, the rocket launcher, hopefully I didn't miss it. The hand grenade, the rocket launcher, and being unarmed all have the fastest move speed in the game. So we want to kind of, these parts where movement's really kind of tight, we want to switch over to those as much as we can. So we're going to run up here, and hopefully, I'm going to hope this guy doesn't whack me, because if he does, I'm not going to make this cycle. Okay, it's going to be close. Yes, barely made it. That is really tight to hit. I think because I missed the cutscene by like a half second, it made it even tighter than it should have been. But it's really hard to make that. Otherwise, you're waiting there for like 5 or 6 seconds waiting for the other side to come up. Alright, go back to the start. By the way, anyone who knows how to like hack games or mod games, more specifically, they can do it for RE4. If you guys can figure out how to get past this wall without these items, you would make this run so much faster. Just FYI. So find it, do it. All right, I'm gonna sit back a bit. First, before we continue forward, we gotta pick up these 2 grails in each of these rooms. This is the easy one, so of course we're gonna do that first. So I just got a basic puzzle, kind of utilizes the whole wait command. Then we got we could walk in here and get Indiana Jones in the Temple of Doom, but we're just gonna take out this trap before we even walk in there. So just run straight forward. I probably should have picked up the handgun ammo in there, but we're going to get a bunch of this next room. And then we got these 2 dudes just waiting their entire lives behind that wall over there, just to get shot once each and die. Grab all that stuff. Here comes a pretty difficult room. So this next room, we got those Knights of Armor, and this has been a room that's been kind of under like a lot of work to figure out what the best strat is to get through this, because it's just their patterns are kind of they like to vary a lot. But this is the one I've come up with. I've had the most success with it. Basically, we want to shoot each of these guys twice in the head. Hopefully get these staggers on each of them, and we have to keep moving, otherwise they're just gonna hit me. Of course that guy didn't get hit. That's when it gets a little spooky. Because that guy... Alright, it's alright. We have plenty of herbs in here. So the shotgun obviously has... It's a shotgun. It's going to be more close range than anything. So if I shoot someone a little too far, they're not going to get hit. Pick all this up. And we're going to do the same for this one. This one will be a little bit easier because of the different variant of the Plagas. But I don't know if that actually... He took damage off that. He definitely didn't take damage off that. So I'm going to try to get, like, maybe a hit off both of these guys. Okay, these guys are being real punks right now. Alright, I gotta move. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, my God. So, I should have died right there. But because I got hit by the other guy, he gave me a little bit of iframes to work with. I don't need that. It's no merchant. It gave me a little bit of iframes to work with, and the instant kill just completely missed me. So those guys, if they lunge at you, they just decapitate you. There's nothing you can do about it other than just stay far away. I grab that. But lucked out there. So like I said, really kind of tense room. You know, some people will take them to the corner and just try to land multiple shotgun shells on them. Here, hopefully they're all on the side now. That's alright. That's okay. As long as I don't get hit by Novies. Hey, you know what? We're about to lose Ashley, so we really need to we need to bring our difficulty down again. Especially because she's going to disappear for like 30 minutes or so. So we're going to need this. For some of the rooms coming up, it's integral that we have our difficulty as low as possible for these next few boss fights. Otherwise, we just run out of ammo completely. So I'm going to kill her one more time just because I haven't really been getting hit a lot. Normally you just kill her 4 times and you should be good. And now we're back to 4-year-old thinking that we're playing Fortnite when it's actually Resident Evil 4. Alright, that's okay. I leave her there. Pick this up. Alright, and we got Novisu. These guys don't give a crap about what your difficulty is. They're just gonna ruin your run, no matter what. So I'm gonna throw that. Hopefully no one follows me. Oh, let around with the shoot him right here. Alright, we got good Novies. I did D-Rust of this like Friday. I died like 4 times to that room because despite the difficulty being as low as possible, they just still want to screw you up. That's alright. But yeah, like I said, we don't have Ashley anymore. We're not going to see her till like the end of the game. So that's why we killed her right there before she disappeared, because there's really no other opportunities to quickly get our difficulty as low as we need it. And of course, that's alright. That's alright, we're just going to be slow for a minute. We do have a green herb at the top, so we can just go ahead and heal that. That's pretty bad luck, though. Usually that catapult doesn't hit you. I'd say it's about 5–10% chance of it hitting you. Just gotta roll with the RNG. Such is the life of a speedrunner. That. Run all the way down here. Fortunately, our inventory will clear up just a little bit soon. This guy's gonna hit me, so I'm just gonna shoot him. I don't have any heal. I don't want to take that hit and be awkwardly running around at yellow. Hey, thanks for leading the way, dude. You're a nice guy. See, he even laughed. Alright, And wait for this dynamite. Go ahead and reload. And then you gotta shoot this guy and get him out of the way. Difficulty should still be pretty low. Yeah, that shows it right there. If they're not attacking me immediately, generally, that's how I know my difficulty is where it needs to be. Alright, these guys should also be... Okay, we're good. Alright, so this room's a little tricky. This is where we're going to start using our Magnum ammo. We can't really miss any shots. Hopefully they turn around. Oh, whatever. So 2. Alright, perfect. So like I said, we're on a very short leash right now with Magnum shots. Like, we only have 1 shot that we can possibly miss for the next like 3 bosses. So that was the exact number of shots we need to kill them. You know, pick up this, not that, and get you out of the way. Pick this up. So Capcom, being the smart developer they are, they're like, all right, you know, someone's going to figure out you just keep killing yourself, getting your difficulty low. So they put in this system where if you enter a boss area and you trigger the boss, it puts your difficulty back to whatever the default is at the start of the game. So kind of like the middle point where it's normal difficulty. But what they did not figure out is if you run into a boss room, you reload your checkpoint before the boss actually spawns, your difficulty stays all the way at like as low as it possibly is. And that was kind of the key part to actually developing this run, because we couldn't figure out how to get past these bosses with our difficulty constantly adjusting. So a little bit, I don't know if it's call it an exploit or a glitch, but it's a nice way to kind of circumvent that that preventative measure they put in. Because normally in the old route, what we would do is, for this Verdugo fight that we're in right now, we'd have to wait 5 minutes for him to go away. And it's really kind of boring part of the run. You're just kind of waiting there. You get him stuck in this animation. But with our new route, we can use this rocket launcher instead. Kill him in less than a minute and be able to continue forward. Because usually you'd have to use the rocket launcher for an upcoming fight that we wouldn't have the resources for. So that's the first kind of new part of the new route. Save 5 minutes of just waiting at this door, him whacking it over and over. And then we're gonna go right into another kind of difficult boss fight coming up. But that's 4-1, really long chapter, and probably the longest chapter in this game. It's like, even like in the normal speedrun, it's like 12 minutes long, just because there's so many rooms you have to go through. Alright, pick up this. Pick up that. I'm gonna try to get this out of bounds here in this room. It's not really important to do. It does save a good amount of time, but it has a really difficult setup to it. But hey, it looks cool, and that's really the only reason why you should be speedrunning, is to look cool. So I hit this. Run past all these guys. We're still in that really low difficulty, so they really don't know how to do anything except just swing at air. Alright, let's see if we can get this set up. Kind of like want to run at this at a certain angle. Okay, can you not right now? Of course that guy followed me. Alright, let's use this, get out of the way. I didn't get it. It's a really kind of precise setup. If you do it right, you just start running on midair, and you can just run to the other side of the room without having to do this whole sequence. But it's one of those things you go for once, and if you don't get it, you just keep on rolling. So wait for the Mr. Salvador to run around here. Maybe use this dynamite. I'll take a hit here too. Yeah, just need to get everything reloaded anyways. That's why we have these heals anyways to get us back up. Pick those two up. So just like the last room, we gotta reload this checkpoint. This time the boss spawns a lot closer to the door, so it's very easy to run forward without reloading the checkpoint, and then you get into this fight and you're like, crap, what am I doing? I don't have enough ammo to kill this boss. But these are the double gigantes. In our old route, this is what we used our rocket launcher on because we couldn't figure out, how to use ammo to kill these guys, but thankfully, I know how to. So we need 5 shots to the head, a grenade, and then a whole bunch of shotgun shots to actually his difficulty is so low right now that he just really doesn't know what I'm doing here. Oh, crap. This fight's a little... Okay, there we go. It's a little tricky landing these shots. Obviously, headshots do a lot more damage. But it's just really hard to kind of hit him with the shotgun itself. But that's the first part of the fight. Now that that's gone, we kind of need to just repeat and do the same thing. Alright, that's actually good for him to do that. Because we need to set up some distance between me and him to get these headshots. And then get one more. That should be all we need. And then we're going to throw this grenade down. We're going to reload cancel off it. Whenever we go into a stagger while reloading, it just goes ahead and skips the animation. Nice. And then we should just be able to just use our knife here. We don't need to use any other magnum shots. And if the music stops, he's dead. Yep. Alright, easy fight. So that was the biggest hurdle, trying to figure out how do we kill Verdugo with the rocket launcher and still have enough ammo to kill both him as well as another fight that's going to be coming up soon. You see, we only have 5 magnum shots right now until we pick up some more. So like I said, this route is very strict on how much ammo you have. Guaranteed that we can't use the merchant at all, like pick up anything else. But still, it lends itself to be a pretty speedy run overall. Once you kind of learn just the bare minimum to kill bosses and get past rooms. So we got Novice 3. This is actually pretty easy. Our difficulty is still low enough that we could just run past just about everything. And even if we don't, we take no damage. Okay, can you guys stop? Get you out of the way. So we're gonna move our... It really doesn't make a difference in this category because our difficulty is so low. But if we throw our camera to the side when we're running at them, we don't get that kick command where they like to push us down. We don't want to see that because it's crappy. And it takes time, having to go through the command to get them out of the way when we don't really need it. But we should be able to just run past this easy. See, like our difficulty is so low right now that they don't even know what to do. They just run up to us. They're like, "Oh, we didn't expect to get this far." But these guys in there are a whole different story. They just like to just fly at you and push you down immediately. So normally what we would have here in a new game run, we'd have the striker shotgun, which we buy from the merchant. That gives us our increased movement speed that you generally see at this point. Obviously we're not going with that because we can't use the merchant. But doing the whole the route revamp with killing Ashley and making our difficulty low kind of negates the need for needing speed in a lot of these rooms because enemies are so passive anyways. That even if we're running slowly past them, they're not going to do anything to us regardless. It's kind of slow. This game really needs more music. It's just kind of just quiet all the time. Oh, thank you. But yeah, really, you can call this run no striker because that is the biggest thing we lose from doing a no merchant run. And jump down here. It's kind of a downtime of the run, to be honest. Once you get past Gigantes, it really kind of eases up a bit because you have a little bit more leeway with the next, this chapter and the next. But everything like 4-2 and 4-1 are pretty scary. Okay, run past these dudes. I'm gonna reload. I don't want to get in here, have to reload and get hit by these punks. Alright, so now we get to kind of show off a neat little trick. Found kind of recent, a couple years ago. I guess, I don't know if you want to call that recent. But normally you would have the Dipman, you'd have the striker to set up this out of bounds glitch. To skip this whole area, but we don't have that, so we have to kind of do a different setup for this. Hopefully you get this. I think I may be too far over. Yeah. I was angled a little bit too far to the left, I think. I think that's the first time I've actually missed this in like, shoot, a year? That should be it. There we go. So now we're out of bounds. Basically what we did is we jumped from one cart to the next at a specific angle and part, and that lets us run on the track, run around that invisible wall, and just run to the end. So it's still pretty slow. We don't have the striker, and we still got to run down this entire little thing. But it saves about, I want to say about 45 seconds or so compared to going through it normally. Plus you're running the risk of, getting hit by, enemies in the minecart and just, using ammo and all that stuff. So, plus this looks cool. This is actually a skip that you can do on every version of the game. Sorry, except for the mobile version. You can't do this on iOS. Just throwing that out there. But you can do this on GameCube. You can do this on PS2. You can do this on Switch, Xbox One, PS3, PS4. Probably PS5 when it gets announced. Because, Capcom's going to port this to next gen no matter what. But it's a very consistent setup. And it's really kind of made some of the other, like the slower consoles, a little bit faster. Just being able to skip this whole segment. Run on air here. The minecart's stuck at a part where we need to shoot a switch, so we're not gonna have to worry about it coming by. Man, someone really likes playing PUBG. I just keep seeing this Steam notification. This guy has opened PUBG for like the past hour over and over. So he's either doing really badly and just rage quitting and going right back in, or he's just having technical difficulties. Oh, now he's playing Dota 2. Okay. He rage quit PUBG. He's going to Dota 2 now. Alright, we go through this room. Enemies are still kind of in a... Their difficulty is getting a little bit high again. That guy normally wouldn't attack you if it wasn't kind of catching up to what the normal difficulty should be. And jump across this. Shoot that. Run past this. I'll take a hit, that's fine. Just get that up. That's fine. Our difficulty is so low right now. Shoot that guy just so that way he doesn't shoot us. Or, sorry, hit us. And then switch this. Run away from the giant Mecha Salazar is definitely in an appropriate place for this game. Nothing, nothing out of the ordinary. Keep running away. Alright, and then we're going to death abuse a little bit more too here. We don't have Ashley with us, but this is a really fast death, so we can just keep going through this, and our difficulty is going to keep going down, down, down. So just like I said, it's not just killing Ashley. Leon dies in a QTE, then same thing. But the thing is, you can just skip the death animation so fast that it's just really easy to pull off. But now our difficulty, it should be low enough for this upcoming boss. And this is really where it all comes together, whether or not we have enough Magnum ammo to kill the boss at the top of this chapter. If it goes well and I don't miss anything, I should probably have one shot left after this boss, and then we kind of, oh wow, my difficulty is kind of still high, wow. He should not have hit me there. Did he drop? Yeah, that guy should not have grabbed me, so it makes me a little worried that my difficulty may be too high still, but we'll see. Nice. Alright, so this part's a little difficult to do. We're kind of going to do the same strat that we did for New Game Pro with the Striker. The only difference is for the... crap, they're already up here. The only difference for the normal shotgun has a really, the spread is a lot different, that we're not able to shoot these guys off as easy. So we kind of have to position ourselves differently. I'm going to miss one of these guys. Yeah, kind of unfortunate. You just have to be really quick with these shots. Sometimes if they just jump down too fast, then you're not able to get them down, especially if you have to reload. So, kind of unfortunate, but it's RNG for you. Fortunately, they're... never mind. I was about to say, they're really cooperating with... This should be the last one, I want to say. That guy's still alive. Alright. So I'm gonna pick up... I'm really tight on this Magnum ammo. I only have 10 when I pick up this next one. And I need 9 shots to kill him, so it's gonna be really close. But like I said before, I gotta make sure I reload this checkpoint. This room is... I have lost way too many runs to this room by not forgetting to reload the checkpoint and preserve my difficulty, because as soon as you take one step forward, then you're in the fight. So you have a very low amount of time to actually work with this. So I can't even move forward at all. I gotta do this, because as soon as we go, then we're in the fight. Missing way too many shots. I need to hit this 6 times. And then twice with this. And then I have to put 9 shots into him in 2 different phases. So I'm kind of shooting a little bit slow just to make sure I hit him. So there goes 5 shots. and then we just rinse and repeat. Actually, I should be able to shoot him once. And then if I get this, he should die on my last shot. Oh, okay. So it's, like I said, if we had missed any shots between Garadors, Gigantes, I don't know, whatever else I used it in this fight, then I would have to resort to using some of my handgun ammo to shoot him. Pretty much one magnum shot is equivalent to like 12 handgun shots, so you can kind of see how much time you lose on that. But now we're good. Now, I mean, that right there, Castle is the hardest part of this game, for this category, without a doubt. Everything going forward, you know, we're still going to preserve our low difficulty, nonetheless. But everything going forward is just super easy now. How much, I got way too much ammo. So I'm just going to skip that back there. So right now our goal is to start stocking up on these incendiary grenades for another fight at the end of the game. So we kind of gotta avoid picking up too much stuff, too many herbs, because it just ruins our inventory space. Run past these guys. So our difficulty is still going to be pretty low. You're going to see the chainsaw guy named JJ kind of not know what to do. I'll try to line this up. I'm doing this out of order. Typically you want to activate the lights, and then you go to each mirror to kind of align it like that. But if we do that first one, we can get into place, and then we could just run over here and point it. And if I got the alignment correct, he should go right over. All right, good. So it kind of avoids a little bit of backtracking. Okay, that's fine. I can take a hit. I need to clear up some inventory space anyways. Run through here. Run over here. Nice guy is gonna point at me and let me just go up those ladder. I'm gonna hopefully take a hit from this guy. I'm really hoping he hits me. But if our difficulty is too low, he's just gonna do that. He's gonna be like, all right, I'm not gonna shoot this rocket launcher. You're like 5 feet away from me. But I really did want to take that hit, get our difficulty even lower. Keep running. See you later, nerds. Also, you know, everyone has a favorite part of this game. Personally, you know, this is my favorite part. Our good friend, the oven guy, can completely run past him. He's like, gonna be like, all right. He's just gonna run over there. He doesn't know what to do. Hey, what's going on, bud? Alright, see ya. Alright, now I can clear out some of this inventory as well. Use a couple grenades here on this shutter. Usually, if you have the striker, you can just go ahead and run through this shutter after a little bit of setup. But because we don't, we gotta kind of use these grenades to get through. Come on, where are you? Run forward, run back. Hopefully these guys all die. Yeah, there we go. So like I said, you know, reducing our difficulty allows for that kind of stuff. If we were just playing through the game, we didn't do any kind of adjustments at all. Like 99% of the stuff that we're doing right now would not even work at all. So it's really kind of abuse of the mechanics that you don't get to see in other runs. You see it a little bit in New Game Plus by just taking intentional hits at times, but not to the extent of straight up just, you know, killing Ashley over and over dying to QTs, nothing like that. Shoot, where am I going? So these are our good friends, the regenerators. For whatever reason, these are the enemies that just are actually harder to deal with at lower difficulties. So one of the things that affects that is affected by difficulty is how close you are to an enemy when they try to attack you. The safe strat to game past these guys is just to go straight up, have them attack you and then run past them. But because our difficulty is so low, we have to get really close to them in order to for them to attack. If you try to just run straight past them, they're gonna grab you. You'll take a whole bunch of damage. It's gonna be a little bit actually more tense in the upcoming part with them, but it's kind of a downside. That's alright, I can take a hit. Keep running through here. Don't need to pick up that flash grenade in there. Got Ashley yelling at us. Run past these dudes. They don't know what to do. And make sure I have my shotgun reloaded for this. Alright, should be good. But I'll reload just to be safe. So we got another variant of the regenerator right here called the Iron Maiden. It's got a bunch of spikes in him. This guy is weak as hell. Because we're just going to go ahead. We're going to take a nice break. How's it going? How you guys doing today? You guys joining the marathon? So we're using the knife, just pretty much keeps him in this stun lock animation. It's a little tricky to get him in this position because you gotta shoot off his leg and then you gotta knife him, quick enough that he doesn't try to hit you with the spikes. But this is our workaround to using a magnum ammo, using a rocket launcher that we don't have any access to. And pick up that key item. So, like I said, another thing that don't really get to see in other, part of the other categories. I mentioned this before, but my favorite part of this category is just really doing these obscure strats that you would never see otherwise. I'll pick that up just to be safe. Yeah, who uses a thermal scoped rifle? Running here, we can get Ashley back. That's alright. We actually do need her for our upcoming trick. We reload checkpoint. This despawns like half the enemies in the next room. Just makes it a little bit simpler to deal with. So now our goal is to kind of get rid of some of these flashes. Kind of in a good spot with getting 2 flashes here. And then we're going to use Ashley as bait again. I'm going to leave her right here. She can get picked up, that's alright. We don't need her. Use that. And then she's going to be back with us. So, for whatever reason in this game, whenever you enter an area that isn't like a door, say like just like a certain, like, what's the word? Like part of the room that you have to run over to trigger the next area, it doesn't matter what Ashley's doing, she's gonna come back with you. But if it was like a door, it would give us a warning that, hey, you kinda need Ashley with you, that's the point of the game. That's cool. Alright, we're gonna use that. Run over here. I'm gonna heal Ashley just to be safe. And then we're gonna use our flash grenade here. Then we're gonna use a neat little exploit for this game, being in the empty unarmed status. So we're gonna turn around and point our knife at Ashley, and this whole time I'm holding down my aim button, so Ashley thinks I'm holding my knife at her this whole entire time, and she's still stuck, right there this whole time. So we run over here. We let this, because once Ashley jumps down, there's gonna be these enemies, but they're not attracted to Ashley, they're attracted to us. So if we let Ashley run over to us while we're kind of in this position, they don't know we're here. So we're just able to wait here, keep hitting the switch over and over, and makes what would have been kind of a difficult room like one of the easiest rooms in the game. All right, let that. Of course, now they see us, but we don't care about that. Alright, so now we have a little bit difficulty getting past these guys, but it's alright. Our difficulty is low enough, or high enough that they try to attack us.
Wait.
Sometimes we'll get this regenerator that has watched the Sonic the Hedgehog trailer a little too many times and decides to randomly like triple his speed. Let's see. So we're gonna leave Ashley right here.
Wait.
Please don't run at me. Okay, good. Sometimes the regenerator will just, for whatever reason, decide to run at like triple his normal movement speed.
Leave it to me,
I've never
Leon.
seen that before. I lost a run to it, like, but they're just so mad at just juking them out that they're like, all right, we're gonna get you. But here we are, kind of a slow part of the run, just a little bit of an auto scroller, but we are getting kind of close to the end. For what it's worth, this run has been really well. Has gone really well. This is a category that a lot can go wrong. Not so much to ruin a run, but rather just kind of ruin a chance of a good time. So I'm pretty happy that, given that I haven't played this category in like 6 months before Friday, that everything is still kind of there with me. So we're just letting these guys jump up, using a little bit of the shotgun ammo to keep them off our truck. Sure, I can pick that up. I don't think I need any of that, but doesn't really hurt. Oh, shit. That could have been bad if I didn't have enough time to shoot that. Also, for whatever reason, the truck's on fire, but... Oh, where'd you come from? Can we not die, please? Ashley has her commercial driver's license now. It's what she was doing while she was in that jail cell. Got some study material. Took the test online. She's doing a pretty good job. That's a pretty narrow tunnel, I think. I wouldn't be able to drive through that. Especially, she's using like levers too. She doesn't have a wheel. Like, I don't know how the heck you drive a truck like that. But Ashley's figured it out. She's got the specialty training for it. And I respect that. That's perfectly fine, because we have plenty of heals. I'd say one of the hardest parts about this run is trying to remember where all the stuff in your inventory is, because it gets so jumbled up depending on how the run is going. Jump down here. I mean, really, just look. How does she drive a truck with that? Like, what? How do you turn? How do you go forward? How do you go straight? She's not even doing anything right now. Does she even move her hands this whole part? Yeah, she's not even moving her hands and she's going forward. It's just buttons. Like the joysticks you see in like that old Star Wars arcade game. She's like, I'm piloting an X-Wing right now. I'm gonna destroy the Death Star. That's true. That's why they turned off the cameras. Otherwise, she can't cheat off anyone. Oh, you're right. Is there a foot pedal? I can't see. Get off my truck. There's no sword. I don't think there's a foot pedal. Oh no, wait. She used it. She moved her hands. Alright, now we lose Ashley again. That's kind of the slow part of the run. It's just, there's nothing really that's going to happen in this category just because our difficulty is so low. But for other ones, you know, you could have a lot of plaga showing up when you're trying to shoot that truck. Also, see ya. Wait, I don't need to reload. But here we are. Yeah, we only got a couple chapters left. I don't know what's our time at. Can anyone see the timer? Let's see if I can pull it up. Someone in chat tell me what time we're at. Thanks for the good luck stuff. 1:34. All right, we're pretty good. Obviously not world record pace, but still pretty good. All right, now we kind of take a nice little break. Do our unskippable cutscene. Does anyone know this? Yo, come on, come up here and do it. Come on, come on. I'll back you up. Been a long time, comrade. No, I'm not going to repeat this whole bit. I've done this so many times.
I died in a crash 2 years ago. Is that what they told you?
Oh shit, I didn't bring my shade too, right?
Ashley. You catch on quick.
No America
That's
here.
expected. After all, you and I both know where we come from.
All right, if you guys have any American emotes, US flag emotes, there's gonna be a point. You'll know when that point is.
That's all.
Then you need to post that in chat. And I expect to see at least one person.
Oh, I needed her to buy Sadler's trust in me. Like you, I'm American.
Shout outs to America. That's what I'm talking about.
You got her involved just for that?
Thanks, guys. I knew I could count on you. But yeah, I mean, all the QTEs in this, they're always going to be L plus R or X and A. So I don't even have to wait for them to show up. I can just keep spamming both of them at the same time.
All for Umbrella's sake.
Umbrella.
Umbrella.
Yo, the plot twist, Umbrella is still in the Resident Evil games. Anyone coming out of Code Veronica is probably like what? Umbrella?
Ada!
They're still here?
Well, if it isn't the bitch in the red dress.
Whoa, this is a Christian speedrun marathon, Krauser. No swearing, man. You can't do that.
You may be able to prolong your life, but it's not like you can escape your inevitable death, is it?
10 out of 10 writing. She's not even wearing a red dress either.
You knew each other?
What's he even saying?
More or less. Maybe it's about time you told me the reason why you're here.
Maybe some other time.
Alright, but now we're gonna do our final death abuse for the rest of the run. Just because we have 2 bosses coming up. We don't have Ashley, but we have a kind of a neat way to get that insta kill. Just run into some lasers. I'm gonna kill myself actually 4 times because my difficulty is way too high. So just like it was kill Ashley, if Leon takes the game over, even if it's a one-hit kill like that, there's a program that you can see what your difficulty at, and you just see it massively drop every single time this happens. But that should be good enough. And now we just run through. mean, we have enough incendiary grenades that even if our difficulty isn't as low as we want it, it should still be fine. It doesn't matter for the final boss, because no matter what you do, the difficulty is always going to reset to the default. So it's only for these next 2 fights and the start of the next chapter that we really need our difficulty as low as we can. But this is like the boss rush chapter of the game. And you got the QTE boss, you got a 2-part boss in this next room, and then you got another boss right after that. I think it's about 16 times I die total. But just as we do for everyone, every time we enter a boss area, we have to reload the checkpoint before we encounter the boss. This one obviously takes a while before we actually get to him. But we still gotta do it nonetheless. And this is U3. So this part starts just kind of it's not really a scripted part, but we can't do anything to him. We just have to keep running through these crates, get out of them as fast as we can. You kind of use the knife here just to kind of stay in this faster movement speed. Grab this, and we're going to get rid of all these incendiaries as well. Reload too. We're going to get him out of the way. So that won't obviously do any damage to him, but it gets him so it like jumped in the ceiling so he doesn't try to grab us when we come around this corner again. Run past him. Okay, that was expected. Wasn't sure what he was going to do there. But and for this, instead of running all the way around, we're going to kind of try to throw this grenade in the corner here. So instead of having to go all the way around and do this while he's chasing you, you just blow that, hit this switch, and just run straight to the end right here. So kind of cool little thing using the hitbox of that explosion. But here, this is why we've been holding all these incendiary grenades. We use 3 incendiaries to push them into phase 2. Like the old fights, we'd have to be like knifing him over and over, and this fight would take forever. But with all these incendiaries that we pick up, and throw this. Oh no, he went under. Okay, so he didn't take damage from that because he decided to dive right there for some reason. So I'm gonna. It's good. It's all right. I have an extra incendiary. So I have to use this one instead. Alright, are we doing this, really? Oh, okay. I guess it still did hit him. But yeah, using plus the incendiary plus the explosion barrel, obviously gives us a lot more damage. I really thought that. Usually when he dives underground, like his hitbox just disappears entirely, so it goes into those that iframe state. But I guess it worked. Learn something new every day. And pick up this grenade. I'm gonna need this for. I'm gonna use that for the Mendez fight. What am I talking about? That's the start of the game. Use that for the Sadler fight at the end. Run past these dudes. And then it's the last area that we actually need to reload the checkpoint. And then everything from here on out is just wherever we're at. So we heal off this. This fight is going to be pretty much the same as before. Nothing really different. We're still going to run away from him. He should not hit us at all. He threw a grenade, so we're good. But yeah, this fight, no matter what your difficulty is, going to be the same. He just pretty much takes a little bit less damage to kill in the final phase, but most of it's you're just running the motion. Yeah, knife him 3 times here. He's gonna hit me. But yeah, I'll still stay in green. There's so many heals on this part that it doesn't really matter. If you get hit, you just get hit, and you just heal right away. So I'm gonna run up here. I don't remember how to do this exactly. I think that should be good. Ah, he jumped up. Gotta wait for him to jump down. That should be good. Then we use that flash grenade. You know, makes Leon stagger. So it just interrupts our reload animation. Fine. Push this through. Grab that. I'm just gonna keep running through everything. Hit this. These guys, despite us being a little bit slower, we can still kind of run past them. They're not gonna do anything to us.
What is it that you fight for, comrade?
A faster speedrun time. But yeah, this fight is probably one of my favorite fights in the game. It's always like gonna be the same for most categories. Kind of cool, just how we get to abuse the knife for this.
Prepare for your death, Leon.
So we're gonna dodge him, kind of run to the left here and do a quick turn, and then get him into this corner. Oh, that you were not supposed to do. He was supposed to jump twice there, so I don't know why he did that. That's alright, he'll still be in the corner. This is weird. So whenever that prompt comes up, I can't actually knife him. It doesn't go off. So I have to kind of give him at a time where it's there we go. There we go. So like I said, just whatever the prompt to dodge his attack just completely overrides everything else in the game. So trying to knife him before he hits you, just like, nah, it's not gonna happen. So you have this really kind of tight window that you gotta pull it off before. Otherwise you just dodge and you just keep doing it over and over, so it's not a big deal. But yeah, here we are. We're on the final part of the game. The final main chapter. Good old military war zone that we have to run through. We got miniguns. I mean, if you just saw this part of the game all by itself, you'd be like, nah, this isn't Resident Evil. This is straight up Call of Duty, third person, zombies mode, whatever. Oh, you're not supposed to do that. He got those comebacks. So we keep running through here. A lot of these guys are not going to hit you for the most part, because our difficulty is still low enough that it wants to baby us. But still, I mean, you gotta have good movement. You want to get through here as fast as you can. Okay, I gotta make sure to pick this one up. I always forget that grenade. That was not supposed to happen, but he was supposed to attack me, but it's not gonna do it. That's fine. And pull this up. But yeah, this is kind of like your. If you ever played, Link to the Past, you're climbing Guidance Tower. This is your gauntlet right here. You're just, all your skills being put to the test, trying to avoid everything you can. Oh, get past me. That was incendiary. Yo, what's Mike gonna do? Where is he? I want to say he's shooting the right one down. All right, that's good. So that's some good luck right there. If he shoots this down, that means we could just jump straight down to that hole he created for us. Nice guy. What? Hold on. I can't hear you because it's loud. This part is so freaking loud. Oh yeah, swipe them scumbags. That. He says that too, but that's the best line. Yeah, swipe them clean, yeah. Or yeah, got them scumbags, which is the superior quote. Also, Mike's dead. Just saying. Rip Mike. He gave us the good RNG, and then he got shot down by a rocket. I don't know. He gave us the good RNG, and then got shot down by an RPG. But yeah, now that's pretty much the longest part of this chapter. Got a couple rooms to deal with before we get to the final boss. That was weird. I'm gonna pick up this this ammo just to be on the safe side. I should have more than enough Magnum ammo, but I just still want to make sure I'm not going to run out on the last boss. Something keeps interrupting my movement. Is someone on the computer? Oh, I need some ammo. Hey, are you moving the mouse around? Yeah. It just started up again, that's why. Oh man, that's alright. Maybe a little bit more shotgun shells, but I can probably make do without it. I'll take a hit here, that's fine. Have way too much of this handgun ammo, but I may have to use some of it for salad bar, whatever his name is, because usually you need like a good amount of shotgun shells to kill him. All right, let me get Ashley back. Our good friend Ashley. I want to say there's some shells coming up, but we'll see.
Wait, follow me.
Alright, now we're at the end of the game. Final chapter. And of course, there's got to be the big bad final boss. Alright, give me that. I'm going to reload just because should be good enough. If there's any other ammo here, I'll pick it up. Probably not. That's fine. We'll go with it. Alright, but now we're on the final boss. So it doesn't matter that we really low checkpoint because the difficulty is always going to be the same. So we're going to go ahead. We stagger him once with the shotgun. We put those two magnum shots in his eye. Use the knife QT. And with any luck, we should be able to kill him before I run out of ammo. So a little bit of RNG associated with whether or not those eyes pop out. Unfortunately, we have two of them that can come up. The knife does a good amount of damage, so we're trying to save us some of this magnum ammo, just to be on the safe side. Doing this over and over. Which one's gonna be? You can only shoot these eyes in front twice. So, that's not good. One of the miss. Kind of the hitbox is a little bit weird. So it's what we're gonna do this time. Because I need to reload. I need to reload this magnum, so I'm just gonna interrupt my reload. My reload animation. Okay, I think I'm really good on ammo, so I'm just gonna keep using this magnum ammo instead. And any luck, I think he should get pushed over right here. Maybe I have to do it one more time. So let's see if this eye shows up. If not, I have a backup. So, alright, we're good. We can get rid of that. Put me in this faster movements state. Plus, we need to pick up the. Nope, not going on that. Gotta wait for this. Okay, so he's trying to charge me, but I'm nowhere near him. But whatever, he can do whatever you want. But we're going to kill him right here. Got the red rocket. Just go ahead and straight up one-shot him. And yeah, that's basically the run. Still have one final area to go through, but hope you all enjoyed one of the first showings of a no merchant category in a marathon setting. You'll leave Ashley there. Yeah, unfortunately, we don't have the striker, so we can't do the jet ski glitch. So we just gotta do it normally.
Hang on, sweetheart.
Rip jet ski glitch. Alright, so time's gonna be coming up pretty soon, about 45 seconds. As soon as we hit the cutscene, when we're outside of the island, that'll be the time for it. There'll be a whole bunch of explosions. It'll look like the end of a Michael Bay film. It's right there. Alright. As soon as we hit that white area at the end, and time. So what, did I get sub 2 hours at least? What was one?
Ashley!
Hey, 10 seconds underestimate.
Ashley!
That's what I'm talking about.
Where are ya?
But yeah, hope you all enjoyed Resident Evil 4 No Merchants. Enjoy the rest of the marathon, and yeah,
Come on,
have a good one.
let's go home.
Let's go.
Sounds like a great idea. Mission accomplished. Right, Leon?
Not quite. I still have to get you home safe.